All right, I think this is working now. Just give this a refresh because I don't know exactly how this works. All right, so it's not streaming. Huh, weird. Let me see exactly what could be going on here. What happens if I get... Oh, there we go. All right, so this is starting now. All right, so this is going to be a weird experiment. Um, I'm going to be doing some live coding of a web application, and I really don't know what to expect by broadcasting this. I took this idea from a guy on YouTube. I think his user handle is fstory, and he recorded himself while doing some coding for Audacity. And essentially, what I want to do is I want to analyze if my programming process changes, if I'm vocalizing and essentially explaining what I'm doing. Because usually you're just doing it by yourself, or if you're doing some extreme programming with another coder, well, you have some sort of interaction. But I don't know. I just wanted to give this a try and see what turns out of this. I really have no expectations. Essentially, well, I don't know what to expect really, and so I'm gonna be doing some basic programming on some web application that I'm working on. I'm using this to fully master all of Laravel's internals. I'll be working on the Laravel framework and Eloquent and using all of that neat stuff. And yeah, so my quick setup here is that I have my Mac machine, which is where I have a Vagrant virtual environment running up, and this is where I will be testing whatever I do. I have my IDE here, and this will automatically sync to my Mac. I have a shared folder using Dropbox. I could use like a network drive or something like that, but I'm just too lazy right now to do that. The reason why I'm not doing the Vagrant machine locally in this Windows machine right here, it's because I haven't been able to get over a problem that I have because I've modified some of the core network drivers here and I essentially created my own. And it works, but it's just an experiment in progress, and I don't want to mess with that. So that's why I'm using this. So I have my VNC, my client running here, and I also have Synergy, which essentially allows me to go seamlessly from one to another. So if I go with my mouse to the right, it should appear on the left inside of this virtual machine. So if I do this, yay, there we go. So this is where I'm at right now. Oh, actually, you want another thing? Let me just load up inside of my VNC. Let me just load up my environment. There we go. Just to make sure, yeah, just to sanity check to make sure that this is running. So this .local domain is pointed to my Vagrant environment that is running inside of this Mac right here. So that's how I'm going to be able to test it. But right now, I probably won't be doing much web-based work. I'll be working more on some of the back-end areas, especially the models. I'm creating some unit tests. I'm essentially just starting from scratch. I have some work done, but it's nothing big, so I'll be going over this. So essentially, I created some models here, and I was writing some unit tests for them. Let me just close everything up because, to be honest, at this point, I don't know where I'm at. Let me just close all. And all right, so user test. This is the thing that I had. Oh yeah, so one of the things that I want to do is I was creating some tests and essentially was creating a static method on each each test. Each test in this case is just verifying some stuff from this class, the user class. And I wanted to create this a static method, so I could call this from other functions, but I wasn't feeling that fine with that decision. I didn't like it that much. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna switch um, some of this tests to use a database seed. And the reason why I started doing this static is that, for example, from this domain test, in order to create a domain, I need to get a user ID, and there's some validation that happens. And essentially, the test is not going to be able to create an object because at the database level, it's going to complain. Now, I could find a way to essentially completely decouple um, this class from the database, essentially from removing it from the ORM. But I'm not too fond of that, essentially because I've seen in other projects where the database itself sometimes gets problematic or some problems come out of it. And if your model is not really hooked to where it is, or essentially not hooked, but it's not interacting in the way that it ultimately is going to run, there are some problems that maybe you can catch very easily if you had this set up since the beginning. So I'd rather do this at least for now. Um, and this is essentially where I was calling this other static method so I could import that object from the user class into this domain test. But essentially, it's going to get out of hands because, for example, when I create another class that it's going to be a child relationship in terms of the ORM of the domain, then I'm essentially going to have to link that to user and domain, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, I think the best way will be to move some things to some database seeds. Now, Artisan, which is a very, very awesome thing that Laravel includes, has what it's called database migrations and database seeds. And the migrations are essentially they call it like version tracking or like VCS for your database, essentially keeping track of the modifications that you do to the structure itself, like DDL statements, and it has some very nice features there. And it also creates a database seed, which is essentially, well, what it sounds like. You just create some data upfront into your database. So one of the first things that I did when I was creating this application is that this is the base test class. This is using PHP unit, and on my setup class here, I call it prepare for test, and prepare for tests essentially just runs all of the migrations, sets this mail pretend so that essentially no email is sent, everything is logged. And so if for some reason the model that I'm testing sends an email, it will not actually contact the SMTP servers that it has in its config file, even though I could completely override them and not have that contact any actual mail server. This will, by setting this flag, this will actually just log the email. So you're able to see the email on your logs, which is just great for testing. I mean, that's more than enough. And after every test, I just restart all of the migrations. So I essentially just revert the database back. This is not that expensive, at least not that I've seen in terms of computational power, because when you're running your test, let me show you. The database, it's based off SQLite. So if I go here, here we'll see that the driver is going to be SQLite. So I think it's pretty much everything in memory. There's not so many disk operations that it has to do. Now, I'm not quite sure about how many disk operations happen. I would assume that the entire database maybe, or some tables are fully loaded into memory and then it operates from them, because at least the performance that I've seen is pretty good. But again, I'm coming from a MySQL world. I think I haven't ever done something serious with SQLite, just besides messing around with it. But in any case, Oh, database. Oh, probably, you know what? Probably this instructs it to run everything off memory. Maybe. I don't know. In any case, let's just start. Let's go for the user class. So the test that I have is that this just creates a simple user, just asserts that the ID is greater than 0. This makes sure that we can't create a duplicate user, and it's going to throw this exception. And so we catch it, we just verify that this exception gets thrown. This is fine. This is perfect. And I think these two functions are the ones that I'm not too fond of. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove them. Now, this domain test now will fit. Well, you know what? Let me actually show you that the test run. That's like a good sanity check for everyone. Just right now, Vagrant. Let me actually open up a new window, because I want to keep this for Vagrant. Actually, let me do SSH Vagrant, just if I need to do some magic. Whoa! Oh, what? Vagrant SSH. Okay. And then here, let me go to PHP Storm, and yeah. And then, ooh. Oh, I just moved this file, sorry. Dropbox. There we go. So to run the tests, I think the executable is going to be in vendor bin PHP unit. Oh, yeah, sorry, I have to do this from Vagrant. Oh, man. Yeah, it's just so many environments. And again, vendor, whoa, where am I at? Vendor bin PHP unit. So that should run the unit test. And they run perfectly. So let's start, as I said, let's start removing those static methods, and let's start using some of the database seeds so that we don't link the test files within each other, which is something that I could do, but it's not probably the best way to go around it. And it will probably get out of hand pretty easily whenever I start adding more test cases, more files, and it's just gonna suck. So let me just, again, I'm just gonna go ahead and remove this. Now, this will probably cause some fails here, because I think yeah, this is the one that I call. I'm not a huge fan of this. So let me just go ahead, and I'm gonna go ahead and comment this. So what I need at this point is that in order to run some of the domain tests, I need a user. I need a valid user ID. So I want to create upfront some users in my database, and those are going to be in this seeds file. Now, I'm not familiar with this, so let's go to our good friend Google, and Google, oh, Vagrant. Oh, Vagrant, what the fuck? I don't have my mind elsewhere. Laravel database seed. Okay, let's open up this few things. So these are the migrations. This is the one that I'm already have. Database seeding. There we go. So Huh. Interesting. Will this... If I call delete on the table, will it drop the table? So that is the migration. Create users table. Seed roles table. Oh, so it has an up and down? Whoa, no. Oh, no, this is a migration, yeah. I'm not a huge fan of this. Hmm. Using Faker. Create really good to the... Yeah, I don't think I need this. Let's just stick with the basics. So let's create this user table seeder file, which already comes in commented out. So let's see what we can do. So this is going to be a user table seeder. Yeah, this looks good. I was just checking out that we don't need the .class.php because I know that some frameworks require that, but that's cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and remove this comments. These are pretty much useless. I mean, everything's tracked by the version control system, so I really don't have much to keep track of. Let me just extend this from this, and seems that in this table I'll just keep it very high level, so I don't mess any specific logic. I'll keep the abstraction very high here, and then I'll do the nitty-gritty details here. I was want to check what up with that on guard. On guard. Um, did I saw here what was on guard? To the yellow kind of guard lines to a low mass assignment. Okay. Okay, that's cool. So user table seeder, and seems that I'll have to create something inside of run. Yeah. Is it complaining? Um, just making sure in define class seeder. All right, so let me just create function run, and is that it? Not sure. All right, so let me just grab an example of something that I could fake. Oh, let me let me see if I can get some autocomplete, some documentation. This delete method. Nope, apparently I can't. Users delete. Let me just go to the documentation. So Laravel database facade. There we go. Okay, no. Yeah, maybe this is not the best way. So database. What happens when I call table? My guess is that do I get? Oh, fuck that. Console eloquent query. No, it's not schema. Uh, Shite, I'm not sure. Wait, oh, this is from Laravel table lead. Let's Laravel. I mean, I just want to make sure that um, this is not gonna drop the table. Okay, that's let's just leave it as it is. Let me open up my users model and let's see what are the fields that I need to test. So this is what I have right here. So let me just create. Seems that it's very basic. All right, so let's go for this. Let's just give this a try. On my, no, you know what? Let's on my user tests. I already create one with get full user template. Oh, I think I messed up here. I deleted probably something. This public function. Yeah. So I'll keep that one, but I'll just keep it as non-static. And let me, yeah, so I don't need to repeat this because if I repeat this on my database seed, then this tests are going to fail because they're going to try to insert a user that the seed already created. So I'm going to have to create a different um, email. So let me just copy this here and I'll keep it here. You know what? Because the run function seems to be very, very high level in terms of abstraction. Let's just create a different function where we can create function create create single user, and let me just go ahead and I'll just use Sergio Carlos, and then I'll go with super more super awesome password 123 and then I'm gonna save this user save. Probably yeah, that doesn't hurt if I just return the user, and here I'll just call create single user. Now do I need, I don't know if I need to like create a down method like with migrations, but I think on my migration already the table gets truncated. Let me just verify that. So to migrations, create users table on my down. Yeah, it drops the table. So I shouldn't worry about that. Now, let me see what I can do here because I need to modify my base test class so that it runs the database seeds. Well, actually, I think I can run this manually. Okay. So, oh, you know what? Let me open up a database kind of explorer thingy. So if you go to applications, and let me just open up SQL Pro, just so I can see what's going on, have a visual on the database. But this is gonna run to MySQL, and the databases are going to run off SQLite. I don't know if this supports it, but SQLite will only be active when I'm running the test. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and see how we can invoke the seed Laravel run database seed. So let's see, database seeding. All right, so it's artisan database seed. All right, seems simple enough. So on my tests, if I open up my test case, prepare for tests, I'll as well call db seed. Let's see how that works. Actually, let me just move this up. I don't know if there's going to be ever a race condition, but it makes sense to completely just set this to pretend at the beginning. And let me just rerun the tests, and let's see if that single line caused any problem. Ooh. Oh, okay. That's fine. That's cool. But you know what? Well, probably this came from... I don't know if this successful test came from the user class. Because right now my domain tests are going to fail for sure. Essentially because this is going to be null, this is going to be 0, and then it's gonna blow up. So let me just so what I want to set here, it's a user, and just grab whatever user I have. So theoretically, I should be able to just here the user find, and I think user find will actually get me all of the users. So I just need one. I don't know if there's like a single Laravel. Well, it's gonna be eloquent find single. Oh, I think this one is gonna be the primary key. Where can I see? Where can I get find? There's this thing. Eloquent. AP Illuminate. This is gonna be from the database. Huh. Is the eloquent thing not here? Oh. Builder model. Oh. Interesting. So let me just, when I call find ID columns, this is gonna get a collection, right? Oh, I see. Depending if I return ID. Well, let me just, I'm gonna do find or fail. Yeah. So I'm gonna do find or fail, get any, pretty much, and then from a collection, probably I'm pretty sure there is a first method, but I just want to make sure I have it set up correctly. So eliminate database Eloquent collection. There we go. Inherited first. So if I call here first, I should have one. The user, this should return essentially all of the users that are going to be on the database at this point, which should be in during the test only the ones that came from the seeders from this. So let's try to run the unit test one more time. Let's see if we can manage them to pass. God damn it. Why it failed? Missing argument 1 for find or fail. Oh. I thought maybe I messed up here. So find or fail. Um so when I call find or fail, find, I thought, whoa. Well, let's just do all. But I don't like that. Because then it's essentially just going to return pretty much everything inside that database. And it's going to load it into that collection, and then we're just going to get rid of it. So there's probably something that I'm not doing right. Let's see. The Eloquent collection should be. There's gotta be a way. So if we do Eloquent at random record, order by db run. No, but again, yeah, no, I don't like this. No, this is the same thing. This is gonna run. This is gonna return all the sets, and nope, 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 nope. Just a single. There's. Come on. All right, let's go back. It's gonna be from my model all find by its primary key. Okay, so yeah, this explains. Okay, so let me just do like some sanity check here. So I'm gonna do all, and then we'll just make sure that works. And if that works, then it should be good. So if I do here like all, yeah. Let's see. Why this failed? No. Oh, did I? Okay. I don't know if this is syncing correctly or not. Yeah, I need to get Vagrant working locally. Yay! There we go. So now our unit tests pass. That's fine. So right now, I think this is not ideal. And the reason is, right now we only have one record. But what we're doing here is essentially just returning all of the data set, whatever that be, at the point when we're running this, and then just getting the first element. And I'm not a huge fan of that. So let me see what else. Find has one, belongs to has many. Flushed increment, man. First model. Set visible. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this. An ID, is this an ID? Is instance new query. What does new query do? Function. Unless this comes from an eloquent builder. Hmm. All right. I think I'll leave this for now because I don't want to get too distracted just doing this. Hmm. I'll just just leave it as it is. And so at this point, yeah, let's just continue going as it is. So this is going to create a domain. Actually, I don't know if this is going to output. Can I just do a print R on my domain? Let me see. Because I essentially want to see that the object got created correctly. Just, one of those sanity checks. Let's see. There we go. This is going to be the domain. And there we go. These are the attributes, the user ID. The user ID is going to be 1. So actually, if right now I print the created user, it should output the one that it came from the user table seeder. It should output this one. So let's give it a try. There we go. So it seems to be working perfectly fine. I like this. Yay. So this is good. Now a domain test. So this is now using our database seed, and we don't need to create this awful relationship between the many test cases. So this is good. Because they could essentially get out of hand, and you're also linking implementations. So essentially, you're creating your user case to the test case, and that is not good. Essentially, that is essentially violating what a unit test should be used for. A unit test should just be focused on the behavior of one single class and just making sure that that works by itself. Now, of course, in a big application, you also need other types of testing, but those are done differently, and there are different tools. So make sure you're using the right tool for the job. So yeah, I don't even know if this is working fine. Whoa, check it out. I hope I hope I'm actually recording my screen correctly, because I don't want just like a blank screen or anything. But okay, so let's see. Let me see what else can I test from the domain object. So let me go to the definition of the domain, which should be on database migrations, create domain stable. So we know that is the name unique. Okay, so the name is unique. So let's give that a try. Let's make sure that we can't insert a duplicate domain object with the same name property as the one that already exists in the database. So let's try that. This is an extra space. And so let's create a different test. Public function test. No duplicate domain names can be created. I know that's a little bit verbose, but since we're running a unit test, we want to essentially know what happened when a test failed. I mean, if we just create like test no duplicate, it's a very generic name. And so when you're running the PHP console, the one that I showed you here, don't die. Oh, come on. We want to make sure that we know out of hand, this is what went wrong. And PHP unit outputs, if something fails, it'll say the name of the test that failed. So we want to make sure that, well, this is what went wrong. So that's why I create this verbose names on these functions, because these are the ones that will actually be shown in case it fails. So actually, if I do, let me just show it to you. So if I do assert, let me just make sure this assert true, and of course this is going to fail. So if I run the test, oh, god damn it, it didn't sync on time. Yeah, shit, I need to figure something out. There we go. This is the one that we just made fail. So you see, so this is the name of the test. So we want to make sure that this is verbose enough so that we know what went wrong without actually having to go in and see, oh, this test duplicate, oh, it's doing this. Here, I think it's very verbose. No duplicate domain names can be created. If it can be created, something went wrong. So we know what up. And of course, it's failing because we try to make sure that the value false is true, which logically is never going to be. It's never going to be correct. So this is where we'll be working. So I'm going to create a domain. It's called domain1, and let's get full domain template. Let's just save the domain, and this is going to insert the record in the database. So now if we create a different domain, a different object, but with the same properties by calling this exact same method, it's going to get this chilidns.com thing. So if we call domain2 and then we just hit save, this is going to throw an exception, or at least it's what we're testing. It should, because an existing record already will be inside the database with this name. So let's make sure that this test fails, but now we know why it should fail. So we'll just make the annotation, but I just want to make sure that this fails for the right reason. There we go. So this, let me just expand this a little bit. So all of this output is just the stack trace. So there we go. Integrity constraint violation, unique constraint failed. So it's exactly the reason why we created this test. So we're just gonna, this is expected. So we're just gonna make sure that we let the PHP unit know that this is cool, that we actually expected this. So I think it's expected exception. Oh no. Why didn't? Oh yeah, it's because on the Mac I have to set up correctly the key map here, but where it was? There we go. Expected exception. Ah, what up? Why is it not copying this correctly? Copy. Oh, god damn it. You know what? I already have it. This. So, is it a query exception? Yes, it is. So now if we run the test, with this annotation, we let PHP unit know that we're cool with this exception being thrown. And actually, if we have this annotation and the exception doesn't get thrown, it will mark the test as failed, because we told PHP unit, hey, this is going to throw an exception. So it's a good way to make this test, strict about what should happen. There we go, and now we pass. So far, so good. Yeah, this is just the annotation that I had when I still had these static methods, which is never good. So again, let me just do a to-do here because it's not something I want to focus on right now. Find simpler. Find bear one record. Now, actually, if I do find one, this is going to just return the single object with ID 1. And right now, I'm semi-certain that this will pass, but I'll let you know why I don't want to do this in a few minutes. In a few seconds, sorry. See, this works. But this works because I know that the ID of the object inserted by the migration will be 1 because it's going to clear it out. But I'm not too fond of making sure that that is, that will always be the case. And I don't want my unit test to fail because at some point the ID is different. I don't want to hard code an ID there. So I'll just leave it as it was, essentially just returning all of them and just grabbing the first one. Yeah, there's got to be a better way. So this is fine for now. Let me, you know what? Let me just, I'm gonna create another user here. Trying to find a better way to reuse this. Yeah. I'm not too fond of create. Let me just rename this to create users. Create users. And this will no longer return the user. I'm just going to create a different user here. This is not the best way, but because this is just a migration, I'm not too worried about, because this code will probably not be modified too much. So I'm going to create here a John, Jack Bauer. I was watching 24 earlier. So cheesy. And then I save the world and never get killed. 999 666, whatever. And this is gonna create now these 2 records, just so I have multiple records. There's nothing major here. Probably I will need to create a domain table seeder. Let me just, yeah. This is gonna work with .com, chilinas.com. So probably gonna create on my seed some domains, but they can't repeat with this one. Otherwise, this essentially all the tests in this file will fail because again, the seed will insert a record and then this test will try to insert another record. So let's go ahead and create that seed as well. So blah 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 migration seeds. So we got the user table seeder. Let's create our new domain table seeder file. No, I'll take care of the version control later. I have already Git installed. Actually, if I go, it's not here. It's on the host. So if I go here and do if I do git status, should open what I have, right? There we go. Yeah. So yeah, Git is working fine. I already have it set up, but the thing is because I'm using like this mixed environment between my Windows machine and then my what's inside of my Mac machine, and then inside of my Mac machine I have my Vagrant environment running up. I need to improve that. I mean, just so you know, I don't think that's ideal, but it gets to work now, at least for now. But I like to manually handle all of my version control. I don't like PHP Storm doing it for me, even though it's probably handy. Not a huge fan. So again, let me just open up the other. This one. So I also, man, I got so much stuff to do. I need to modify PHP Storm so it doesn't include this because, to be honest, this is useless. At least that's what I think. Probably, if there's some code standards I need to follow and they require that, that'll be the case. But not for me at this point. So now let me hook this to a seeder, domain table seeder, and then the function was run, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and copy. Oh yeah. I think it's gonna be domains. Let's just verify that's the name of the table. So, yep, domains. So let's create domains. Actually, wait, I'm hitting another wall here. Because when I create my domains, I need to hook them up to the users, and I will have to duplicate the logic that I created on the tests to link them. Shit, I'm not liking that. I could either go that, or I could hard code the user IDs. But if I do that here, then I could also then do it inside of my test and tackle that to-do that I added. Shite. Huh. Not sure what's the best course of action here. So do I hard code an ID and always depend on that ID being set, or duplicate logic? Now, given that most likely it is more probable that I'll modify this logic. Got a second. Whoa, Amber Alert. Well, I don't see anything. As I was saying, most likely I'll be modifying this logic than the fact that it will always insert records at the ID 1 will change. I think it's most likely that I will change my logic. So in this case, within this trade-off, I'll probably just I'm fine with it. So let's go back this, and let me just then in this case just define and then just one. And I'm going to go ahead and remove this, and then on my domains, I know that I already have 2 users, so I'm going to create a domain, and then I'm going to link it to user 1 and user 2. And yeah. But also, I'm making an assumption that the users will already be there, but I think that is guaranteed because I will call domains after. Yeah. So let me just make a comment here that order of the calls is important to satisfy database constraints. Just so that in the future we don't just go in here and modify stuff. It's important to satisfy the constraints. So let me just, and then this call domain table seeder, and this is the domain table seeder, and I drop the domains, and then I just create domains. So if I go here, it's called create domains. Actually, let me just domain. We go ahead domain 1. That's the same thing. Fine. If I just override it, because I'm not going to use that value later on, so I can just reassign it whenever I create the second domain. So if I do new domain, domain, and just I think I only have the domain. Let me set this up to google.com, and then what else do I need for the domain? So let me open up the table. So it's just the user ID, right? Okay, that's cool. So it's going to be the name and the user ID. So domain user ID, just keep it as 1. Whoa, okay. And then let me just create another domain name, and yahoo.com, and domain user ID 2. And oh, of course I need to create a domain. domain save, and domain save. I think that's good enough. Yeah. Now, probably I could just embed this here, but let's keep in mind the quality of the code. And this run function seems to be like the entry point, and it's very, very high in terms of level of abstractions. Now, if I move this code inside of here, then I mean, it makes sense. It's going to work. But then we're mixing this abstraction level. We like to keep things structured in a way. And trust me, I've seen in many projects, especially very large scale, when you start to mix the level of abstractions, oh God, man, it turns out just it gets bad. It gets bad. I mean, when I talk big applications, I mean it's doesn't necessarily mean that the application has to be complex. I've seen big applications which are very straightforward, and it's because they follow this approach, this discipline to trying to keep the small details aligned and everything making sense. And I think this is the best way that you can go. If you're creating a project, you keep in mind whether it's high abstraction, low abstraction, what are the details, and where the details are focused and where they are concentrated. And in this case, it makes sense. Just move it here. But as I said, technically it makes no difference. So now that we have our domains table, I just want to make sure that this works. So, I could probably, you know what? Let me just on my domains. I want to invoke the object created. So let me just do a random test. Like function test stuff. This is just going to be stuff. I'll modify this later, but it has, in order for PHP unit to pick it up, it has to start with the word test. So let me just grab a domain, and it's going to be a domain find. Then we find one, and then we just print R, this baby. And yeah, let's give this a try. Again. So if I rerun this test, we should be able to see this object, one of the objects that came from the seed. And it didn't happen. Why? Oh, because of course Dropbox took a while. Yeah, I'll see what I can do after this to expedite that, or at least have the other stuff going right. So there we go. Here we have Google. If I copy this code and I just create a second domain, sorry, if I just retrieve the second domain, I should be able to see the one from Yahoo. And let's just verify that this works. So there we go. We got Google. Oh, Google. Nope. Oh, did it sync on time? There we go. Yahoo.com. So we got Yahoo, Google. That's cool. That's what we wanted. Let me just make sure that this is Google. There we go. So it is working as expected. Actually, I'm surprised about the speed of our tests here, because essentially we're migrating it's calling the migration from Artisan, which is creating all of this, the table structure, and then inserting the records, and we're doing that repeatedly. So I'm positively surprised. So we have this. What else can we test about a domain? Let me open up this. All right. So what happens? Let's. I don't know if we have a way to test this. Let me see if I can create a string longer than this, and let's see if we can test that. I'm not sure. Let's give this a try. I don't know if this is gonna work because I don't know if when we insert the record, I know that in many cases it will just truncate the string and it will make it fit to whatever, essentially whatever it fits into the to the table cell, and it will not throw a warning. Now I'm trying to think. I mean, let's see. So I don't know if this test will fail, but let's give it a try. Test long domain name fails, which I don't even know. Well, I just keep it very generic. So let me just create this string. Is there already a way to duplicate a string? PHP get string or a certain length. This is very generic. No, 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 no. Us here, but oh, there we go. Str repeat. Oh, wow. Okay. This is exactly what we need. So let's just create a domain. Oh, yeah, no, do new domain. Oh, you know what? Let's skip this simple, so we don't have to repeat the get user ID, get full domain template, and then let's just override the name with X. Let's just do this 300 times, which we know it's longer than the 255 length. Let's see what happens. I don't know if this will fail. I hope so, because then we can test this as well. Let's see. Nope, it didn't complain. So then we can't test that. That's cool. Then, well, we could probably enforce that. We should be enforcing that, not on the database, but the application. The database shouldn't know about this because that's like a business rule of us. So let's start adding some validation to our models. I know that Eloquent has some built-in validation magic, but I haven't used it. So my experience comes from different frameworks, so that's why I haven't. This is on Eloquent. I remember I was seeing on another tutorial, like some guys were creating their own interface and they were calling that Elegant. And I saw another open source project where they were using it, and I thought I remember that because the name, I thought it was curious. You know, Eloquent, Elegant, all of this fancy name method. Let's see. Eloquent validation. There we go. So we create this thing. Okay. But is this on the controller? I want to include this as part of my model. Validator. So I create my validator. Name. Dale. What's this? Yeah. Okay, so this seems not to be tied to the controller because I probably can call this from the from my model. We call Laravel validator model. Validation within model. So they're creating the rules here. Calling this validate. Okay. Actually, yeah, this is cool because what I could do is that I could create this validate function. I'll probably define that in an interface, and then I could call validate before each save. Yeah, that makes sense. So, because essentially I want to be able to perform certain validation on my objects, I'll probably I'll just define the interface. I'll define the validate method there, and I'll just be implementing that across my objects. And I'll also probably I'll not, on my interface I will not only have a validate method, but I will specify that we should be able to have a way to get this validation rule. So probably like get validation rule, something very simple, so that we know that this methods exist. Now this validation rule doesn't have to be anything very complex. I mean, it could be just, an array inside of the code that could define that. But if we define this interface, we're making it more explicit what we wanted. When you're coding, that's what you want to keep. You want to keep things explicit so that your code is easier to understand. So let me just create my interface, but let me find. Let me open up my model first. Then let's take it step by step. So this is my user model. Where? Oh, yeah, I have it to the right. So we have it here, and yeah, so I'll probably just include it, and I'll just include that implementation of the interface here. Now, how can we call this? Mm, let's keep it with what I was talking about earlier. Let's keep it calling it elegant. Yeah, yeah, fuck that. We'll call it elegant. Well, whoa, because it's gonna be an interface, so it doesn't even need elegant interface, validation interface. The thing is that validation interface is very generic, but validator, because we already got the namespace validator, unless there's already an interface called like that, but we already have the name validator, which will be the validator class that we'll be using. So um, validator. Let me see. Let me give this a try. So if I do valid, oh, so we already have validator interface. God damn it. You know what? Let me just give this a try. I want to see. So it's matches. No. Yeah, I don't want to get into a name collision with this. So hold on, my phone is vibrating. So let me just remove this. Uh, doo. Oh God. Okay. It says I got. Wait, I got someone. Uh, wait, give me a second. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Um, let's see what else. Where I was. Oh yeah, so that interface. So I can't use a validator interface. Okay. Let's call it. Yeah, let's keep it super elegant interface. Yeah, I'm not too fond of that name, but let's just get that out of the way. So if we go to our models, and I'm thinking, should I create? Nah, fuck that. was thinking if I should create a directory and put the interface inside that, but no, because then I would have to modify my namespace so that it auto loads, or I don't want to do that. And this is going to be fairly simple, so let's not worry too much about that. So elegant interface, and this is how we do it. And no, so this is. Oh, I think I messed up. Whoopsie. So let me just rename the file. Me English no bueno. Fuck that. Where's refactor rename? Refactor. So why this hasn't? Can we just? Wait. Why this? This still has the other name. Let's see why it didn't. Oh, god damn it! Elegant. There we go. So I'm just gonna remove this and let's just create interface, elegant interface, and let's just define this. I think, yeah, it has to be public, and then let's just get validation rules. This is probably gonna return an array. I'll specify this and then function validate. I think this is enough. It's been a long time since I created an interface in PHP. Let me just make sure I'm not forgetting something special here. Nope, seems to be quite good. So let me see my validator. What kind of objects should this be returning? So how can I define my rules? Validator make. Oh, okay. So this is the object, and these are my rules. So it's an array. Okay, that's cool. So let me just document this. Return array. Get the rules to be used to validate the object. And validate. I'm thinking, should I? Probably this should not be an interface. Maybe I have to create an abstract, well, like a base class. So because the validation is going to be always the same. It's just going to be always get validation rules and then validate against the current object. And I don't want to be repeating that. So I think that's a good candidate to refactor this, not to an interface, but to a base class. So let me see what I can do here. Extends. Yeah. Elegant. So let me just then do here like an abstract base class. Oh, not base, no, sorry, abstract class. And then we just define this as public, I think it's public abstract. Yeah. And then validate will be just, well, let's implement it in a few. So I have this, and this is actually gonna extend eloquent, and extends eloquent, And let me see. You know what? I just realized I probably, yeah, I'm not following this send. God damn it. I probably need to remain all this. Yeah, I need to keep my code standard. Shit. Ah, this sucks. Well, I mean, you know, you know what? I'm gonna keep it as it is because most of the files inside the framework do not follow this convention, and I don't want to have. I'd rather keep it as it is, even though it's not fully send compatible. Not sorry, not send conformant to the send coding standard, than have like essentially two standards there. So yeah. So this is not going to be an interface anymore. This is going to be a class. So let me just rename this to elegant. Class elegant stands eloquent. So here then I could just do this extends elegant. Okay, so now it's complaining because I haven't specified my validation rules, which is the abstract method here. So I'm going to implement that. Um, um, I'm going to keep this keeping the braces, the opening brace in a new tag. Public. This is not going to be abstract. It's going to be the implementation public function, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and return an array. And I think I have to create, this is gonna be user, so I have the username property, I guess. Um, this is the user. So yeah, it's gonna be, oh, this is the domain. Let me open up my users. User tables here. So email. Um, let me just, how can I define require email? Oh, there we go. Had it here. So it's gonna be required, of course. Required. Required. Um, and then just email it out. Now, should this perform any validation? I don't know. I know that I've seen some web application that performs some DNS checking on the domain name and stuff like that, but I don't know if we want to go that far. At least not for now. Let's see. It's active URL. No, 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 no. Okay, email. We'll be using it in a few. Email. So, oh, wait. Oh, okay. So it's going to be required. It's going to be an email. And will this also take the length of... I just want to make sure that the length is also compliant. But you know what? Let's not worry about that for now. So, and then we got email. And then should the password be required? The thing is that the password is going to be hidden most of the time. I don't know if... because that it's a hidden property, um, you're gonna have some problems with that. Not sure. Okay, doesn't matter. Let's see what we can do here. So we're gonna do, well, let's call the validator. Whoa. Um, let me see. Validator. Oh, but you know, shit. Validator make. Can I pass an object? Because this is expecting an array. At least this is documented as an array. I could cast the object. Uh, I'm not sure. Let me just remove this. I think this is auto-loaded, so I'm cool. Make so this is gonna be the object. Let's try. Yeah, let's give this a try, and then this get validation roles. So and now let's define what we want to happen. We should probably return an exception because validator, I think it doesn't throw an exception. It's just a boolean check. So validator validate make. So once a validation has been created, fails or passes method. If okay. Yeah, let's just do here and if oh validator and then if validator fails, let's throw an exception here. Should we create this exception? Can we define it as a very general exception? Should. Yeah, I think it's worth creating a new exception class so that then we could operate given on that. Um, mm, uh, sure, yeah, let's give it a try. Now, where to put this? I'm not sure if I want to put it inside of my models. Um, elegant exception. Yeah, let's just create an elegant exception. Yeah, let's just do a elegant validation exception and just can I get more information with with what fail? I want to see what can I throw back essentially to make sure what happened. So retrieving all error messages for a field. Can I get all the error messages? Um, the message bag. Damn it. Um, is there a way that I can get like a nicely formatted error string? Mm, 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 mm. Let me see. It should probably have. Let me see if this doesn't have like a convenience method that already contains like a nicely formatted string, like saying, "Hey, this property's failed." Message bag. Client. Well, this is not even part of our client. Um, message bag. Laravel. I want to get. There we go. Support message bag. It's unique. Uh, transform. Hmm. check get message back, get messages. This is gonna return an array. Can I just then get all of the messages imploded? Probably. So I was thinking in getting all messages and then just imploding them with a string. Yeah, with a comma, sorry. Yeah, let's give that a try. So let me just do validator get messages and then implode this with a comma and then here validator get messages. So this is what we want to happen, what this one make happen. So validate this should it's gonna be void, but this throws a. Now, of course, we haven't implemented this. Probably this is gonna complain about that. Yeah. So let's create that. Let's create a folder. Elegant. And inside here, let's create our exception class. I don't know if we have a base Laravel exception class that we should extend. We'll see. Elegant. No, this should be just validation exception. Now with autoload, I think this will automatically create. Sorry, it will automatically know where to look for the file. But and the namespace, the name's gonna be elegant. Shit, but then I'm gonna have to register the namespace. I don't want to do that. I'll just remove this for now. No. So let me just verify that we. Oh, this. Nope. This is the thing. It says here one viewer. I don't even know. I don't think someone's watching. So the exception. Laravel base exception. Do we have one? Oh, so there is one. Laravel exception. Is there an eloquent? Well, do I want it? Oh, sorry. Oh, wait, but this is just. This doesn't seem to do much. I don't know. Should we hook into it? File it line. Let's. I don't know if we should. Runtime exception. Nah, I'm not too fond of this. Let's just hook right into the base exception. Yeah. Extends exception. I don't know if I should create like a base exception, but it doesn't seem right now. So I think this should be enough. Right. Class eloquent validation exception. Oh, elegant. Elegant. Yay! So yeah, so it autoloaded because it detected it. Well, at least PHP Storm did. I hope it is. So let's try to create a user. So user is already hooked into this. Extends elegant. So let's try to create a user that fails validation on our tests, and let's see what happens. Because right now it's gonna fail anyway, even if I didn't have it. But the exception is gonna get thrown by the database because we're gonna be violating that not null exception. So I want to make sure that that is done at an application level. So if I do a user test, uh, let's do here a public function test create user fails with missing email. So we're gonna create our user. Let's just this get full user template, and let's just unset the user email. Now this is gonna trigger what this should actually trigger the validation error that I said. So, oh, and one of the things is that we're calling validate here. I need to hook this as well in the save method, but right now this validate should fail. And I should be seeing an exception here. So let me just let me give this a couple of minutes. So this syncs, seems that it's synced now, and let's give it a try. Yo, user test validate. Why? Oh no, there's no user. Sorry, yeah, I brain fart there. Sorry, I was calling validate on the test itself. I need to call it on the user. Yay! Okay, nice. So, um, oh. So it failed, but it didn't fail because of the one we intended to. So argument one postulated validation factory make must be of type array. So what happens if I cast this to an array? Object given, argument one. Wait, what up? Um, this should be an array. Oh, wait. Don't tell me it lagged the synchronization again. Okay. So it couldn't find the the couldn't find this class. So if we do namespace elegant, uh, I is there something else that I need to do? PHP namespace. Yep. Call to undefined function. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is not. Wait. Oh, throw new. Oh shit! Don't tell me this was the problem, because then, yeah. Let me just give it a try without the namespace, because I'm semi-certain that it should be auto loading. Let me do what I did here. Whoa. No, what up? All right, thank you. Let's give it a try. Uh, get messages does not exist. So why validator? What did it said that it was part of this? So we'll receive a message bag after calling message. Oh, messages. Validator messages. Okay, validator. So it already has them. Oh, I don't like that because it's not explicit. That I'd rather like if we're retrieving something, I'd rather have that named get whatever. But I don't know. That's my view on this. But in this case, unless it's doing some magic, some aura magic, could be. So we're gonna get the message bag, and then on messages on the message bag is when we're gonna get this, and then if we do all, this is gonna return. Okay, so messages, and then just do all, so we get all of them in a nice array format. And now let's give it a try. Okay, and yay, there we go. So now our application validation is working because we got this error. So this is awesome. Um, does this support? I want to make sure that this define a unique. Oh, it does. Nice. So now, remember on the test where we had the exception that was being received, that we were informing the test case, hey, it's okay if you throw this exception because the value already exists. We were trying now. I didn't like that. I had like this weird feeling with that because we were tying that test with the implementation of the ORM. It's because we were catching an ORM exception that came from the database. But now with this, if we can define that this is going to be unique, this is just going to be tied to our model, which is what we want. We don't want to test implementation. We don't want to know how it is implemented. We just want to make sure that an exception will get thrown. So this is going to be cool. So unique table column except specifying column, forcing a unique rule to ignore a given ID. That's cool. So specifying a column name. Wait, it's gonna be table field name. Okay. Unique. So let's give this a try. So on our user, if we do email, and then this is gonna be unique. Unique within users. Yeah. I think this should use the name of the field as it said, right? Yeah. So now we're, in theory, we should catch this. You know what? Let me just get this and give me a sec. So this let's specify the expected exception. Let's specify the name of this exception right here, and for some reason I can't copy. Just copy this on its entirety. So if I do copy, Can you go here? God damn it! It doesn't copy. Why? That's weird. Oh, I think I know why. If I do this, give me a sec. I'm accessing this via Synergy. There we go. So I'm just gonna copy, at least for now, the class. And I think we can also specify a message. So I'm gonna do expected exception message, and then it just say email field is required. I think this just makes sure that this string is inside of the entire string. I don't want to, tie it to the casing. So let's just rerun this, and I expect, because we're gonna fail now because our other test, this test needs to be updated with a new exception type. So let's just go step by step and see what happens. Oh, okay. So it passed. So why? Because we're specifying here that user template, that our email should be unique. And let me remove this. Let's see which is exception pops up. What's the class of the exception? Oh, god damn it, Dropbox. There we go. So the exception type, it's from the query. So this validation is not running as it should. Let's see why. Field unique email. That's weird. I thought it would automatically user's email. Let's see. I expect this to fail, but it should fail because the exception class is different. This is weird. Unique. The field under validation must be unique on a given database table if the column option. What's the column option? It's not specified the field name. That is weird. Maybe I need to specify this on at the beginning, or I don't know if it has to be separate though, which will suck. I haven't seen the synchronization. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, it hasn't synchronized yet. What's up? Yeah, it's a little bit slow. Yeah, I'm probably gonna find a better way to sync this file because this is going slow. It's slowing me down. For some reason, it's not performing this, and I'm not sure why. I'm gonna go ahead and just gonna give it a try if this has to be on a separate line for some reason. This should be really, but Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what could it be. Oh, there we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why? Oh, probably because this overgrowth. Yeah, so this should not go in there. Probably the way that it's implemented is that, yeah, no, that was dumb. Huh? Why don't know Laravel unique Laravel validator unique. I'm doing probably something wrong here, but I don't know what up. Uh, let's see. Email. I'm being changed. Give you a okay. Uh, okay. Nope. This seems to be for an older. Yeah, no, this is not work. This header. So walk through. I want to see a validator. Oh wait, is unique. Let's give this a try. That's weird. That's, I mean, amazed by the level of flexibility that this Laravel has, but that's weird. Come on, sync already. This is going very slow. Yeah, I need to solve this problem. Hmm. Let's see. Hmm. Ugh. It's probably something uber dumb. Uh, wait. Let's see. How does it work? Chat. Interesting. Links. Whoa. Let's see. If I check this, and then I go here. Let me just so you can see here what I'm doing. I just want to make sure that this is broadcasting. All right, yeah, this is working. So this is saying that one person is watching right now, but I'm not sure if it's really just one. Now that I'm loading it, it should say two. Someone else was watching it. Hmm. Man, I'm getting tired of this by this dumb thing. Let's see. So if I should just reload. Yeah, whoa. Yeah. There we go. There we go. So, yeah, I don't know really what's preventing this. Two people watching now. So there was another person watching. Oh, sorry, bro. You have to hear all of my brain farts and all. um, let's go back. So this required thing is not unique users. Well, yeah, I'm on the table users, right? Yeah. What happens if I just do unique? Let's give it a try. Yeah, it should no. Yeah, it should fail because the validator can be used from the controller, so it probably doesn't know um, the table name. Yeah, absolutely. So, God damn it, unique untable users, unless, hmm. Okay, so this saves it, and then when we call, oh, you know what? Yeah, duh. The thing is that we're not on our test. We were validating directly. So fails validation. Yeah, I think I see the problem. It was super, super dumb. As of course it had to be. So now, uh, public function test user fails validation with this well test. Uh, User cannot be created with missing email. It was just probably it was working at the beginning. It's just that we were not we're expecting the double user to fail, but we haven't hooked the validation to the save method. So of course it was not getting hit. If right now on user one or user two, well on user two, if I call validate, probably gonna fail. So yeah, um, just do here again. Let's just do pretty much. I'm gonna do hit this, and then I'm just gonna call save, and then user save. This is not gonna fail at this point because I haven't hooked the save function. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. So if I do here public function save, I'm gonna call my parent, of course, at some point. Now I'm gonna then just check my validation. Right. Now this is where it should fail. I am confident enough. Yeah, so let's call this. Whoa. Email field is required. The email field is required. Whoa, okay. Email field is required. So we something email. Oh, okay. So God damn it. um I guess it has to do with what we're doing here. So let's call this print r. What happens if I do list in if I cast this to an array? Let's just do this. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. So I want to check. I thought we were able to, unless I'm thinking, whoa, okay. Why? Validate. Okay. That is weird. There we go. Oh, shit. It's because we're not fully testing the properties. Yeah. See, we need to inspect the attributes. Shit. So, I could essentially just, well, you know what? I could, I could do this attributes. This is probably gonna inspect those properties because this is now the validation is being performed on this main object. Uh, when it has all of these properties, but these properties are from the ORM, not from our actual object. So um, let me just rerun this test again, and let's see if now checking the attributes makes it work. Okay, so it is not liking it that much. Oh, probably, yeah, those are declaration of user save should be compatible with. Um, oh, okay. So yeah, the method, the signature is not right. So eloquent model save. This gets an array of options. So yeah, that is weird. Let me call. Can I check my parent? Can I check elegance save? Uh, elegant, eloquent. Nope. Okay, nope. So let me just. So this for some reason is not compatible. So I'm gonna go Illuminati. Illuminate database eloquent. So let's check that. That's how that signature should be. Let's just confirm. So where's my Illuminate database? What is it? Database eloquent model. So eloquent model. And then let's search for the signature for save. There we go. Let me just copy this over. Well, nah. Yes, fuck that. I'm gonna copy this as well. So if I go back to save, you know what? I bet I could. Yeah, because this is gonna be common for all users, so I should be doing this here. So I'm gonna do. Well, I can just copy it over. Yep. Let me just get rid of this for now, and then just invalid characters. Oh, no. Not a little bit happy there. So, fuck this. It's gonna be, it's gonna return a boolean. And that's it. So, I'll fix this. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Why I can't? Wait, wait, wait. What happened with my keyboard? Man, after I did this weird setup thing, will function save? Oh, did it got to French? Yeah, that explains. I don't know what does that. Um, and then here I'm gonna just call this validate, and then I'm gonna call the parent save, the one that from the ORM that's actually gonna do the work, but I'm just gonna make sure that we can, we get to save. So this is gonna be the param array options, which God knows what it is. And it's just as the signature said, it's going to return a Boolean value. So let's just document that just for the sake of completion. Bool. Yo. And I think this is pretty self-explanatory. So when we call save, we're going to pass in these options, and that should be it. And then just, well, actually, what we want to do is we're going to return what we had here, blah 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 blah. So if we can safely remove this one, and then it's the parent class, which is in this case going to be elegant, should be take care of it. So all of this looks right. Let's give it another shot. I mean, this is just a trial and error. Let's see. Yeah, I think. All right. So the email has already been taken. I feel it's already required. Okay. Okay. So I don't know where this one fits. So let's fix the other one. So this one is going to be the exception. I thought this didn't need to be like the full error message. Let me just probably my assumption is wrong. I mean that's fine. That's the point of the unit test. So if I do here the email as let me just copy it directly from using Synergy. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. So if I do here and then wait, sorry, the email has already been taken. So why? Whoa, why is not copying it over? So if I do this, I'm pretty sure this test will pass. So this first test, creating duplicate user files, that should pass now because we have the exact message. What I want to check if I have to put the exact message or can I just put it like an extract this. So I'm still gonna get the second fail though. Exactly. So let's um let's remove this. Let's just do the email has already been. I thought it was just like it will only check that that message is within the exception. Let me just verify that assumption. And seems it holds. Yay. So I'm just gonna say that email has already been taken. And whoa, let me go. Whoa. What did I do? There we go. So now this should we're still gonna get just the last error because that's the one that we'll fix in a few. Let's just make sure that perfect. So test user cannot be created with missing email. And let's see why. Oh, of course, because we didn't add the exception in this case. So that's all right. We're gonna add it here. Now this, I mean, this test we can remove it because essentially it's doing the same works, checking the exact same thing. Um, but you know what? One of the things that so essentially what I'm testing here is that save save calls the validator, but the rest of the stuff shouldn't be because I don't know if I want to test the validator by itself. Well, at least not for now. So let's just go ahead. I think we can go ahead and remove this one. And it's pretty much the same thing that we have here. So this is good enough. Now we should get a passing green, I hope. I think it didn't synchronize on time, so... Oh, there we go. Let's just rerun it. Just make sure that... All right, so we got this working. Now we gotta move to our domains model so that it hooks right into it. I mean, it may seem that, we're keeping focus on just these two models, but if we don't start doing this early in the application where we are right now, man, trust me, later it's just gonna be painful. So you don't want to do that. And this is a little bit too much. Doo-doo-doo. There we go. So at this point, let me just go ahead and I'll go ahead and grab something to drink because I'm thirsty and I need something. So, yeah. This all looks good. I'm thinking. Yeah, yeah, we should be good for now because right now we're not gonna call the validation by itself, so it should be good. Um, yeah, this is working. Is there a way to pause this, kind of? Mm, yeah, I don't know if I can pause this. I'll... Yeah, God knows. Um, yeah, fuck it. So, back. A little bit more hydrated. So let's go back. And now we want to hook our domains test to this elegant thing. So let's go to domain and let's hook it up. So domain, instead of extending eloquent, is now going to extend elegant. And now, of course, we're missing this this thing. So what we're going to do is that we're going to get return validation rules. And so there we go. Now, make sure. So what are our fields? Let me just move this up to the side. Whoa. Can't. Move to opposite verb. And then let me open up my table of, wait, this is users, let me open domains. So we got the name. So this should be name. It's going to be required. It should be unique upon the table domains. Do we already have some tests? Domain test, simple domain create. We're gonna have to update this to our to this. So name. Well, let's just has already been taken. Let's just keep it as it is because I don't want to tie this in case at some point I want to change it. And this should work. And my validation is that my name should be required and unique. Yeah, let's remove this. Whoa. This trailing comment here. So my name is going to be required and unique. And oh wait, I remember that Eloquent had wait, where is this? It had some validation on URLs. So you'd get active URL, but I don't want to check if that URL is active. I just want to make sure that filter bar. Let me see what types of filters. Validate filters. Oh shit, this is gonna be a problem. You know what? I don't know if this is gonna work because I'm not Okay, so I don't know if a URL qualifies just the domain name. Yeah. Domain, is a domain a valid URL? Should be? Uh, I don't know. Okay, let's give it a shot. And it should be an URL according to this. So let's give it a shot as it is, and then let's see what happens. There we go. So they now passed, and then if I add another clause here, this is going to be a URL. What happens? Boom, boom. The moment of truth. Because I don't know if just the domain. I don't know the details. Probably not. Yay. So if I do with something with a dummy domain, it should fail as well. So if I do public function test uh, invalid domain test invalid name fails on save. So let me give it a try. So I'm going to do domain equals this get full domain name template, and then I'm just going to override the name to something which is going to be invalid. So let's change it to, you know what, let's just change it to 666. And then just call domain save. Name cannot be saved. Invalid name on domain cannot be saved. Now we can probably rephrase that. So we should expect a failure here. Whoa! What happened here? The name format is invalid. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I think probably I think the first time we ran it with it, it didn't synchronize on time. God damn it. This. Oh, wait. Wait, why? Whoa. URL. Wait, something was weird here. Why are the user tests failing? This is weird. Hmm. The name format is invalid. But a user doesn't. Huh. This is weird. What's going on here? Can close this. So this is weird. Why? Let's ask about the name, but why? So elegant. Oh, What happened here? The name, the name, the name. All of them are the name, right? Okay, so these are the ones on the domain, which is perfectly fine. I guess. Shite. Let me just remove this. And this should now pass. If this is the case, then probably there's something with that static method, I guess. There we go. Shit. Let me rerun. Hmm. Okay. Unique constraint domain name. So, let me call on domain. Let me just determine this. Oh, no, I wouldn't call this from groups. Not sorry. Group domain. And then let's give that a try. Let me just call this tests. Domains. No test. Okay. In group. That's weird. Give it a shot. Okay, so they all failed. The name format is invalid. Where are you getting that? Oh, because of this, right? Unless that was a brain fart from my part. So, all right. So, get full domain name template. So let me see why this failed. This no duplicate domains name. Okay, so yeah, they have to then call it unique, and then it was on domains. This should make this test to pass this group. So let me rerun. Alrighty. Now let me run the entire set, and we'll see how that goes. Because unless I was reading wrong, but seems that the users test were failing there. There we go. So we got 9 tests. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, seems about right. So yes, there was something wrong. So this URL check was not correct. So maybe I could collaborate on, because I'm thinking I'm going to have to implement it, so I might as well just send a pull request to Laravel. If we could maybe add some check for domains. So let me add here Laravel validator domain. Oh, there we go. So custom validators. Uh, no. All right, PHP. Man, this is gonna suck. But then PHP. Mm, check valid domain. Well, not valid. Check domain format. I mean, I just want to make sure that has the right stuff. I have to check the strings valid domain. This is not valid domain. I don't want to hack this together. Um, get host by name. Oh, okay. Um, hmm, yeah. God damn it. ID into ASCII. Mm, mm, let me see. I don't know. Nope. Where's the human real IP address? Uh, hmm. ID into ASCII. Um, ID into ASCII. What's up with this, baby? So, convert domain name to IDNA ASCII form. Procedural style. Let's make sure it's. So, yeah, probably I need this when I'm about to save. Hmm. So, the mobile output one. Mm, 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 mm. All right. So yeah, that's. So when we're setting a domain, we're about to save it. Should we? Because that's what I'm not sure. This should be completely transparent. And hmm. You know what? I'm gonna just gonna do this very basic validation because I think this is gonna get really complex. So I'm gonna go over. I'm just gonna override the function for validation. It's gonna do essentially public function validate, and then essentially this can throw validate the current object. So not the current object, throws a line exception. So what we're gonna do here is that I'm gonna call the first the parent function validate, and then I'm gonna check the domain. I'm gonna explode it by dots. So domain name components. We're just gonna explode the what's the signature for this? I don't know. Explode delimiter string. Okay. So There we go. So I'm going to explode the dots, and then I'm going to do this name, and this is going to be the components. And I just want to make sure that each component has. Let's just make sure that it has some content. I mean, it's not the best way to go, but at least it will save us. So, and then let's just do for each domain components as component, and let's just do a if strlen of component. Now I could just leave it as it is because strlen, if it has none, it will return 0, and then 0 will automatically cast to false. But I like to be explicit, so this should be return this, and I'm just gonna throw a elegant exception saying that this is an invalid domain name. Valid domain name format. Yeah, so let's rerun our tests. Nothing should fail at this point, as far as I know. Let's see. Yay, there we go. And now let's no, this should throw an exception, so we should be seeing a red bar right now, and then we'll just add the annotation. Oh fuck, it took a while to sync, so I'm gonna rerun it. God damn it. So, oh, save. Wait, whoa. Elegant, does did we ever? Yeah. So we are not. Huh. What's going on here? So, why we're not public function validate? We're calling the validate under parent, and then oh, there we go. Yeah, because this is. We need to call this attributes. Yeah, the problem's gonna be here. This attributes. And then should be name. Yeah. I probably need to unify the way that I'm doing that because I don't like accessing like hard coding that. Huh. So probably we're not even. Whoa, if. Yeah, no. Didn't we just print this? Because I don't know what's going on. Print R, and then just domain name components. Let's see what's going on. God damn it. Let's see why. Google, Yahoo, Chili. Oh. I think the explode, because as we saw, where it is, let me find it. This is exploding it, but it does not contain a dot. So I'd probably just check for the existence of a dot at least. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, later on we can add some validation, just making sure that the last component of the domain name it's not numeric. I don't know. Yeah, I think we don't have pure numeric TLDs, but for now, should be enough. So what I'll do here is I don't want to. Thinking. Uh, Let me just define uh, generic uh, validation error message. And then it's just if you're invalid domain name format. And because probably we're going to throw this from two different places. So now we're going to check if, and let's just do here, domain, just make sure this attributes, and then let's just call the name. And here we will just update this to work with our domain name. It should be domain name. Domain name, and yeah, that works. And blah 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 blah. If the component is this. Now, also, if we don't have a dot on our domain, let's blow up. So PHP, probably it should be with Stripe-Pos. I think that works like that. Because it's a dot, I don't care about case sensitivity, so I'm just go ahead and use this. So yeah. So if what does str-pos? What does it find? Return false. Okay, so I'm gonna do a strict comparison of false. So str-pos haystack and the needle. So it should be on domain name, and then the needle should be our dot. If this is false, then we want to throw our exception as well. So, and this is actually throw new. Only get validation. Throw new. Yeah, I don't know if this is needed anymore. Should. Oh, and here I'll just generic. It's going to be our generic validation message. Now, yeah, I think we can just rerun. Let's see what happens, because I don't know if that check on the empty, the empty string should, oh yeah, no, that's fine. So elegant validation exception. So let's just do and just copy essentially what we have here, and this should be domain name format. And let's rerun it. Let's make sure that this time it passes, and then I'm gonna remove that check on just the making sure that we have a dot. I'm pretty sure it will cause it to fail. Oh, god damn it! Oh, it's Dropbox is still syncing. There we go. Come on, Dropbox. What probably the best way to do though? Probably I'll just have to create. Yeah, I need to figure out that issue that I had. So I can run locally and I don't have to wait for the files to sync over to the other machine. So this ran. Now, if I remove this, this should fail. Just make sure that is required. Oh, God, again. Jesus. So, there we go. One failure. Okay, that's cool. So we're gonna put this. Now, I don't like having this here, so I'll just go in. I mean, usually this is just a lemma that you put, your local variables declare at the top. But in this case, let's skip our logic simple, and these are separate you know, there are different logical groups. So they're separate in terms of what they are doing. So now we're calling our parent function. Then we're defining the stuff that's going to be for this piece of block of code block that's right below it. So I'm good working with that. Now let's just rerun our tests one more time. Just make sure that everything's still going. I think this is a good point to commit before we mess it up. There we go. Everything looks good. So yeah, this all looks good. So let's just go ahead and commit. Right now I'm on my Vagrant SSH window. I'm gonna use this one at this point. So let's go ahead and do git status. Let's see where we are. So we got all of this. A lot of modifications. Oh, I modified this view. Why? What did I change about it? Oh, I think it's just. Let me see because I don't recall. I think it was just the dot at the end. So let me just make sure I select. Wait, I can select it from here, and then just do git diff. Well, let me type it. Git diff app. Whoa, git. You know, I noticed that Synergy does this weird thing. Check it out. I'm gonna press the spacebar and it types an S. What up with that? No, I'm tired. I don't want to deal with that. So I'm just going to type it directly. Git diff. So it's going to be an app views hello. Yeah, so it's the dot. So yeah, I'm just going to ignore that. Check out views hello. Then git status. And yeah. I think. Okay. So that weird keyword thing about the space only happens if I have the VNC window set up and then my mouse is translated by Synergy. It's moved over there. So yeah, that's some weird behavior there. I think I recognize pretty much everything. Let's just do a git diff just to make sure. So yep. This looks good. So let me just wait. I'm gonna review it again one more time, just for the code style thing that I mentioned. So we could put that. That's fine. And then on our domain, let's go back and modify that. So just move it here. I mean, I'd rather keep it with the opening bracket on a new line, but so I'm just gonna do a first pass on this opening bracket thing. So that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's yeah, probably gonna remove that. It's not needed. Blah 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 blah. This looks good. This looks good. The user test. Okay, so let's go here. Just leave it as it is. That's cool. Blah blah blah. There we go. This is good. This is good. There we go. Let's do our second pass now. So this is fine. Cool. This is where we call our seeds. Get the rules to be used. Get the rules used. Let's just get rules used to validate the object. Yeah, that sounds better. Then we just return this, validate the current object. That's cool. That's cool. There we go. Cool with that. Get the rules to be used. There we go. So this is gonna be on user. Probably need to do it to get the rules to validate the object, and then probably do it here. Get the rules to validate the object. That's what you get when you do a lot of copy pasting, as I do. And that's cool. Oh, the test. This is on the domain test class. This is what we did just to isolate this test. Should I keep it? Yeah, it sounds good. Doesn't hurt. I'm gonna do domains, and then I'm gonna check it on the users test. Just do domain. And then I'm using the group user. And this is fine, 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 this is fine. I'm cool with the rest of this stuff. Yeah. I'm cool with this. So let's just include everything that we have here. Commit. So we introduced elegant support, updated tests, and used database seeds, and introduced database seeds for unit tests. Should be enough. Yep, I'm fine with that. So let's just get push origin. So we have now save, and if we do a git log, we see our stuff. So I'm fine with that. I'm so fine with what it is so far, what we have. I'm thinking the next phase that we could be testing is checking our relationships, but that is not really a unit test. That would be more of an integration test, and I'm not sure if I want to include it as part of PHP units. But it's an assumption that I'm making about the object. So essentially, for example, on domains, we have them linked to users. So I don't know if I want to test that as part of the user or the domain unit test case. I mean, I can, but I don't know if I will be mixing behavior there or what I would be doing. You know what? Yeah, I don't know. Let me just check. Let me do. Well, you know what? One of the things that I just want to verify real quick. I guess I'll do Google Hangouts. What happens if what? I check that here. On air. Visit Hangouts on air. That's cool. Another guys. That's cool. Okay. So that should be enough. All right. So going back to that that issue. Should we test it or not? I mean, it's an assumption that we're making about the object. So, unless we create this weird relationship thing where we can just return a domain and a user, essentially having this separate test case file where we're testing that, I think it would be easier to manage because if we start mixing this across all of the rest of the existing unit tests, that's going to be a pain later if we need to update that. So, I don't like that idea, but I mean, I would be fine with having just a separate file where we call something around domain user test. Or user domain test, whatever. And where we test, essentially we invoke, we pull one of the domains from the database, and then we just tap to the user and we just make sure that the user exists or whatever. I think that sounds reasonable. So yeah, let's go for that. I mean, it doesn't hurt at all. So let's create this new but it's not going to be test of our model. Domain user. Yeah, let's just. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, if not, we'll find it better. So let's put as domain user integration. Oh man, I don't like that. Domain user test. Domain and user test. Does that look better? Domain user link. Domain and user test. Yeah, sure, why not? Nah. So what we have here, let me move this. Oh, I can't. I need to hit move to opposite group. So let me just convert it into an actual test case, to an actual test, and I'm gonna go ahead and create like function user user can be retrieved from domain. So actually, now that I think of it, yeah, let's do the following. So if I open up my domain class, I know that I can just tap user, and this is what will return it. But I want it to be explicit, and I'm going to abstract that behavior from being indirectly from the URM into an actual call like get user or get domain owner or whatever. And yeah, so public function get owner, and then this should return this user. Whoa. And this is going to return actual user. So let me just make this annotation. It's going to return the user. So it's going to return the user who is the owner for this domain. The owner of this domain. So here, what I can do is that let me just get at my domain. So I'm gonna do domain find just one. Oh. And actually, now that I have this, I probably can't remove this. This is from my domain. Does my user model? Oh, my user model doesn't care about that. Let me just rerun the tests, and uh, yeah, this should be good. Wait, where's the other window? There we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and rerun this test. They all just still be green, hopefully. Yay! Okay, so these are all fine. So now I'm gonna get the user, the owner, test owner can be retrieved from domain. So I'm gonna do an owner, and what I'm going to do here is that I'll do user find, and then I'm gonna do domain user ID, right? Because in my domain, do I have this? Let me see where I create the domains. Yeah, it's user ID. So let me go ahead and now this assert equals, this should be the owner, and then domain get owner. This should work as far as I know. So let's give it a try. Let's give Dropbox a little bit to sync. Oh man. Why is it taking that long? I mean, it's just some text files. Probably it's, unless my disk is going slow, but okay. So let's see how this behaves. There we go. So it passed. Now, my domain, a user, from domain. This is good. So probably we have a relationship between the user and its domains, right? Right. So thinking. So public function test domains can be retrieved from user. I'm not a huge fan of this. This get user. Let's skip this with user because otherwise we're gonna be mixing a lot of stuff and I don't want to get confused. So get user, and here we are gonna I got lost for a second. This domains can be retrieved from the user. So there, where do we have our user and get user? You know what? Let me verify that this does not somehow conflict with one of the magic methods to define. So let me just user. Let me just make sure that the property name does not, cause any conflict with the magic methods. I hope not, but we're not sure because I'm not familiar yet with all of the Eloquent internals. So this seems to work fine. So I'm gonna go ahead here and on my user, I'm gonna go ahead and set get domains, get domains owned. Eh. So let's just return all domains owned by this user, and then this is just gonna return a collection of domain. So this is just gonna return this domains. That's good. So now public function test domains can be retrieved from user test user, because let's keep it as it is. So now we're gonna do pretty much the opposite, but now first I need to query all of the domains that belong for this user. Now, in our unit test, we only have one, which is from the seed. But let's keep this flexible. I don't want to make that assumption that we'll always have one. So let's just find our user ID. Let's keep it as one. So let's do user. It's gonna be user find and then user ID and user ID, user ID, and now we have our user here. Let's just get all of the domains. So domains, it's gonna be domain. Is there like a find where? So let's check Eloquent's documentation about this. So this is our validation or find where this. So it's no. Okay. Whoa. Just copy. So it's gonna be domain where I'll remove that take and all. Get. So we're gonna check where our user ID equals, and then I don't know if this is the best way to go for this. Let's just get it working first, and then we'll just revisit this. So we got our user with our domains. Now let's just make sure that the collections between this assert equals with domains, and then user get domains, and this should return a collection. And let me just do a sanity check. One pizza. This is just a sanity check because I don't know. This will be like 1, 2, and then taco. It's going to be an array. Let's just do 3, 4, and this should fail. Assert equals pizza taco. So our unit tests should now fail because of that, but it's just like a sanity check for me. Oh, okay. Yeah. So this is working as expected, as we wanted to. So we rerun the tests. They should pass now. There we go. So now let's revisit this. Let's find if there's a better way to do this. Where where raw insert update. Soft deleting timestamps. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Polymorphic. Interesting. Whoa. Yeah, probably need this polymorphic thing for the resource types, but we're not there yet. So um, mm, yeah, let's just. We're good. We're good. We're good. Yeah, seems that that's the best way to go. Let me just check on Eloquent. Then the model. If we do a where? Oh, wait. It's gonna be a database. Should be a model, right? Wait. Eloquent builder. Right. Here's where. Is this it? Um, I'm not sure. Query. Is it a query builder? Oh, there we go. Where? Oh, so it's gonna be select columns. Where operator or where we're raw, where between, where we're in. Is there like a where equals? Hmm. No. Yeah. Yeah, it seems that this is there's no, well, I mean, not that I can see a better way to go around this. So this is good. And this is just testing our integration. And so you know what? Because at some point I don't want to be this to be tied um to our implementation. So probably I need to define um I was thinking creating an interface, and then whenever we start working on the controllers, um, tie the controller to that user interface. But I'd rather keep it simple and just use a repository instead. But I think I'm going too far ahead down the road. So this should work for now. Yeah, I'm satisfied with what it is. So we have this. Let's just do a commit because I think this is a pretty isolated change. I don't want this mixed up with the rest of the work that we're gonna do. So if we do a git status, git diff, let's see. So let's just keep it. Oh, wait, I'm on my Vagrant because I don't have Git configured in this Vagrant machine, and I don't want to configure it because, as I said, I like to work, keep it separately, do all my Git work manually. So I'm just gonna do here introduce methods for user and domain integration, and it's and tests. Yep. So I want to keep that convention going on later on in the project, where essentially instead of directly accessing this stuff, I can just have this get user, get domains. I'm thinking if it's worth it now. I'm not sure because those are some internals. Uh, because probably I could abstract this and I could be explicit with this with our repository. You know what? Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it. Sorry. So what I'm gonna do here is that I'm gonna remove this methods out of the user because this is already testing the ORM version, the eloquent ORM version of this. So yeah, I think it's not worth it. Or I don't see where it could pay off, at least for now. So let's just do get user and then let's just do domains. And this magic should continue to work. So if we do get to rerun the test. There we go. God damn it. So let's rerun this test. We should still have a solid green. There we go. So now if we go back to this window and do remove this. I'm cool with this. It's just gonna be this, yeah. Add app. Yeah. So git commit -m. Creative tests. Well, not creative. Yeah. Tests for user and domain integration. Just push this. So just in case a meteorite falls right now at the second and destroys my machine and I get to survive, I don't have to rewrite this again. Of course, if that's the case, that'll be the least of my problems. Yeah, I guess this works. Oh man, I need a break. So yeah, I'm gonna pause this a little bit and then I'll come back later. I'm just probably gonna eat something. Continue working on this. I'll continue giving this a tool. The next thing we need to tackle is some of the resource records and the service providers. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes.